I met a gypsy.
Then you got like the Malcolm stuff, Barsha again. So it's like, I don't know, like how do you feel about just that whole vibe of like how shit is playing out at the moment? Because it's, for me, as a fan, I feel a little bit ripped off that I'm not getting to see the two best guys battle in the championship. Like, yeah, you're still battling every weekend or whatever, but it's almost just like we've kind of just been robbed of the championship because of guys hitting each other on the track.
Yeah, it's a tough pill to swallow, and I think on all ends, you know, I think that there's one thing this year is there's a lot of team changes, you know, and I feel like let's say like Malcolm, I think that he is working at Alden's and he's working harder than he's probably feels like he's ever worked, so he feels like he has a lot to prove, you know. So just with him, I think there's a lot of aggression just in his riding, in his mentality. Like, he really feels like he's deserved those spots, which makes it way tougher to race him. Because I don't feel like he's ever been in the position. I may be like saying this, but like, I don't feel like he's ever felt like he's been in the position to be on a team that signed him for 2 years. Yeah. And I feel like he's working really hard and he wants to be proven, you know? Yeah. So that's the aggression from his end, you know? From my end, I want to be better, you know? And if I'm being honest, like a lot of things that I've done, I feel like I'm just really too eager. It's the truth, and it's something that I need to work on, but it's just not like I mean anything by it, but it's just tough, you know. And then with Barsha's just Barsha, dude. Like, he really is just he's the fucking wild card of the class. You never know what you're gonna get. And then it's tough too. And then now, like, it's a kind of a shit show, and it's. But I think it'll calm down. I think once all this wears off, it's like, it's been 3 weekends in a row of craziness. And dude, we just need 2 calm weekends no matter what. And just, it'll let all the BS just calm down, you know? Yeah. And we'll see how it is. But it does suck. It does suck that the championship has played out. And realistically, it would have been cool if there was even more guys in the championship, you know? Yeah. And I think, if I'm being honest, if Eli had me on his butt, you know, like points wise, and he still won the championship by 3 points, I'd have made it way sweeter than it would be winning by as big of a margin as he is. And I always say this, that like, the competition is awesome. You know, if it wasn't for, you know, Malcolm, Eli, all these guys, it wouldn't make my wins as special. You know, they need to be there. Like Eli, like, me and Kenny battling at Oakland and me winning that made that win more special. If I would have just been by myself and won Oakland that year, it'd have been boring, you know? Yeah. So I think that's a cool thing that I understand, but I think it's, I hope that we're able to figure out this whole aggression thing, you know, and it's coming from my end too. So we could all be racing really well, but we all just want it. This aggression just shows how much we want it, you know. And it's just some egos out there, and they fucking want to make that money and get on that podium, baby.
Yeah, and it makes the sport so great that we can do it and guys can kind of get into it, but it is kind of getting to the point where it's like, I just think that this year in particular, with like from A1 to now, I mean, the you and Kenny at Anaheim, was it Anaheim too when you took Kenny down in the sand? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's racing. Like, that's not like, I don't think that's like a bad deal at all. And I mean, I love Kenny, but that one to me, it's like that. I posted on I think I commented on Daniel Blair's main event moto thing. He like, basically this whole year, every race is like, people post the fucking takeout, and it's like, just the comment section goes wild. But I wrote, when the inside line funnels to the outside, don't be on the outside. Like, that's basic. Like, that's the quick maths of that whole deal.
You know, the tough part about that one is like, I went to the inside, and I think it was Shane McElrath. He went to the inside like the lap before, and it hooked back. And then when I went to it, it just went straight. Straight. And like, it just went straight. And by the time I was in it, I was already going fast enough, and like, yeah, I just wanted to pass him. I just wanted to pass him, and I was too eager, and I was coming in too fast, and my intentions weren't to be as what it was. But then once the line went there, I mean, I braced for impact. I'll tell you that much, but it's not like that's what I wish people were in my helmet, because people love to talk shit, but I'm like, I wish you saw the plan in my head. It looks like the Alan off The Hangover, like counting cards and shit like that. I'm like, and obviously that didn't work, but yeah. And the shitty part is I know Kenny would never race any of us like that, Yeah. So, yeah, but, yeah, it's tough too. And then like the AMA is trying to make, like trying to help out with this. And they're like, we don't want dirty riding or anything anymore. Yeah. And the thing that tricks me is like, they're like, okay, they said first offense, they gave everyone a warning in Oakland. And then they're like, everyone gets 6 months probation for their first move now. Okay. So I'm like, okay, I'm on 6 months probation. So what happened is they gave everyone the warning in Oakland. The next round was San Diego. Me and Kenny came together in San Diego, and I'm like, if you guys are really following the rules, you'd have put me on probation right there. They really would have. It is what it is. I'm like, treat me the same and be like equal with your rules. And then we go to Anaheim 2, and that's the first time I get 6. I should have already been on 6 months probation off the first one. And then we go to Daytona, and that was when the Mookie thing happened at Daytona. And basically he just got docked for the off the track thing. He got docked one position for going off the track, but no 6 month probation. And I'm like,
so he did get docked because he cut the track to hit you.
He got docked one position, and then when he hit me in that corner, he didn't get 6 months probation. So they're like, well, they said that the intent wasn't bad, this has nothing to do with Mookie. This is all AMA.
Yeah.
And then we show up this weekend, and the thing with me and Barsha happened, and they're like, we want to stop dirty riding, and they're like, we dock him 3 points and 3 points and a $3,000 fine. And I'm like, but he keeps his podium, which is completely fine with me. Like, dude, if I'm Barsha, that was a fucking money move,
Yeah.
It really was. And I'm like, nowadays, I told them, I'm like, I hate to be this way, but I know a lot of guys are going to think about it. But now you're putting a price on what the move is going to cost you.
Exactly.
I feel like if I went to Seattle, and I thought about this, I'm like, if I went to Seattle and there was someone in front of me for the
spot,
race win, and I just hit him, I'd hop on the podium. I'm like, I'll take my 3 points and my $3,000 thing, because I cashed that. I'll cash my bonus check with Cowie, because I'm keeping this podium. And that's like, they're putting like a price on it, And I'm like, you guys are just making this whole problem worse. You're changing the way we're thinking, And I don't like, I'm not going to go this weekend and try and retaliate against Barsha. I'm not going to go and try and do anything. I'm just going to race to be the best I can. And I hope that the other guys are doing the same, because the AMA really is they are putting prices on, like, okay, a clean out costs you this much. A clean out costs you this much, And that's, I feel a failure in the eyes of an organization.
We're excited to announce the launch of our new membership site, GYPSYTales.com, packed with exclusive content and perks that you won't find anywhere else. This is your chance to become a part of the Gypsy Gang. And as a special bonus, if you sign up to an annual membership, you'll be entered into the draw to win our custom-built TC125. Gypsy Gang.